Practical, good to drive, comfortable, packed with high-tech kit. On paper, the Peugeot 3008 has it all. But does it deliver? The Peugeot 3008 is one of the best family SUVs on the market, which is saying something considering the strength of the competition. Let's take a closer look without 2022 Peugeot 3008 review. Inside, it's stylish and modern. A combination of neat details and high-quality materials give the Peugeot 3008 an upmarket feel. Up front, it's spacious and the rear seats boast plenty of room for adults. It should also be able to cope with most of your demands, thanks to the generous 520 liters of boot space. If you're not doing many miles, then the Peugeot 3008 with a 1.2 PureTech petrol engine is worth a look. Our pick of the original range, however, is the 1.6-liter Blue HDI 120 PS with official fuel economy of 70.6 mpg. It's smooth, quiet and powerful enough for all kinds of driving, plus it is available with either a 6-speed manual or 6-speed auto. Plug-in petrol-electric hybrid models with 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive were added to the Peugeot 3008 range in early 2020, giving the 3008 an advertised 217 mpg and a pure electric on the road. The Peugeot 3008 is impressive. It's quiet in the cabin, the ride is firm without being crashy and the handling is neat, even if the steering lacks feedback. That's a shame because there's actually plenty of grip available and the body roll is well controlled. But, as a driver, you never feel confident exploring its limits in the same way you might a Ford Kuga or Seat Ateca. But the Peugeot 3008 is an easy car to live with. The in-car tech gives you plenty of options, while features like adaptive cruise control which stops and starts in traffic jams is a nice touch. Peugeot has foregone the basic access specification for the Peugeot 3008, instead offering all cars with a generous level of standard equipment, including a fully digital instrument binnacle, like the Audi Virtual Cockpit, plus a touchscreen with Android, Apple smartphone mirroring. Autonomous emergency braking and lane departure warning are also standard. Prices for the Peugeot 3008 are slightly higher than rivals, but the extra money buys some worthwhile gear, particularly the beautiful, clear digital instrument binnacle. A good level of equipment and stylish cabin make the 3008 stand out, plus the driving dynamics and refinement are excellent. The Peugeot 3008 is a fantastic family car. Not only is it a great car in its own right, but it's also capable of seeing off some strong competition in perhaps the most congested sector of the market. To beat its rivals takes some doing, but the Peugeot is streets ahead. It's good to drive, looks great, is plenty practical and is loaded with kit. For once, you don't have compromise, the 3008 can do it all. Is the 2022 Peugeot 3008 right for you? If you're in the market for an SUV, then you should definitely consider the Peugeot 3008. Don't be put off by the badge. The interior is a world away from the low rent fixings in previous Peugeots. Inside the 3008 is a nice place to spend time. There are lots of high-quality plastics and nice touches like the piano key switches. Those stylish coupe lines are easy on the eye, but they don't compromise the boot space. There are 520 liters here, which is more than the ever-popular Nissan Qashqai. Although the styling can make it difficult to spot the car's corners when you're trying to park. Peugeot has a reputation for electrical faults, and there have been examples of computer glitches causing problems, from faulty massage seats to stop-start systems not working and even first gear not engaging correctly. So a test drive is essential to make sure everything works. What's the best Peugeot 3008 model engine to choose? There is no entry-level model in the Peugeot 3008 range. This raised a few eyebrows when new, but as a used car proposition it means that every model is really well equipped. That means 2-zone climate control, a touchscreen system with smartphone mirroring, DAB radio, an electric parking brake, Bluetooth connectivity, a USB socket, 3 12-volt outputs, autonomous emergency braking, plus a full-color, digital instrument binnacle. The Peugeot 3008 Allure has pretty much everything you need, including 18-inch alloys, much better looking than the 17s, auto-dimming headlights, reversing camera and blind spot detection. Engine-wise, it'll depend on your needs. For just poodling around town, the 1.2-liter petrol is fine with the Peugeot 3008, but the 1.6-liter diesel is the best all-rounder. 2 power versions are available. Don't go for low-power 100 PS, as this is only available in the basic active trim and only has a 5-speed gearbox. Infotainment. Touchscreen, USB, nav and stereo in the Peugeot 3008. Do you ever find yourself bored in a traffic jam? Then the Peugeot 3008 is the car for you. The infotainment has an overwhelming array of menus and sub-menus, and we guarantee that you will never find what you're looking for in the first attempt. It's either genius or massively frustrating, depending on your point of view. For example, some dashboard configurations are stored in the main vehicle settings menu, while the others are on a button on a stalk. Fun times. There's other mad stuff, too, like the optional amplify button. This is your way of turning the car from mild-mannered Dr. Jekyll to the ill-tempered Beastly, but still worthy of a gentlemanly prefix, Mr. Hyde. Or at least choosing between boost or relax. Boost is basically sports mode, so the throttle and steering are sharpened up. And that's not even the best bit. The cabin lights go red and a high-energy fragrance is squirted into the cabin to allow you to settle in and really enjoy your new mood. Other stuff includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. This allows you to use your smartphone's sat-nav, as well as a limited selection of other apps, via the car's touchscreen. Alternatively, the 3008 comes with a built-in sat-nav if you go for a Allure trim or above. Overall, the basic infotainment is fine but perhaps a bit laggy at times. Space and practicality. Peugeot 3008 boot space. If you get your tape measure out, you'll find that the Peugeot 3008 is 4,447 mm long, 1,841 mm wide, not including the door mirrors, and 1,620 mm, not including the roof rails. That's broadly similar to alternatives like the Nissan Qashqai and Skoda Karoq. More importantly, when it comes to putting things somewhere, the 3008 is all over it. Well, unless you count the glove box, which is useless because it also houses the fuse box. But wait a minute, what's this? That's right, it's a center binnacle that is deep enough to store an iPad. Other tablets are available. There's even an optional phone storage tray and charger which, shock horror, is actually big enough to store your phone. Don't laugh, it's a serious point. Those pesky smartphones keep getting bigger and bigger. As you'd expect, hopefully. For an SUV, the 3008 is a practical car.